moving on here, we got the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed tag titles. I went. Who did I go with? I went with the Usos. I feel like they need to win this one because it's like, yes, I'm going with the Usos. I'm going with the Usos, man. The bloodline, this part of the bloodline can't end. I feel like this part of the bloodline cannot end.
Yes, it can.
They got to continue it, man. They got to continue it, man.
No.
This is the part.
Split the titles. Split the titles.
I don't see it, man. I don't think that. I feel like they have to do something where they defend the titles like twice in one night or something like that to split it up.
No.
See, Daniel, I get where you're coming from.
They got to continue the bloodline storyline.
But you see the direction the story is going in right now.
Yeah, it's cracking.
Too many cracks. For Roman believing that Solo Sikoa is not ready because that's what Cody said. You're starting to see the cracks form. And the first big crack is going to be them losing the tag team title. I feel like it adds to the story. You saw when Jay sat down with Roman and Jay agreed to the match. You saw that unfold. So it almost makes too much sense for Kevin and Sami.
Yeah.
Walk out of the tag team champion.
Yeah.
Now, if the Usos do win, how does that factor into the championship match between Roman and Cody? But
I feel it all depends on our predictions for the last match. But it's like, is Roman going to take a break after this? Like,
I think so.
In my head, that would be the thing. But it's like I can see them kind of extending this, like pushing it out. How, like, I don't know. I just kind of went with kind of how I'm thinking. Like, I feel like the Usos are going to win because it's like Sami and KO, yeah, they came together, but it's like I feel like the tag team titles are important to the Bloodline storyline. Like, in terms of, I feel like I'm not trying to give it away here, but it's like I feel like they have the titles, Roman doesn't. That's how I feel, and Roman's going to turn up his angst against them, be angry at them, and they're going to kind of finally turn on him or whatever the case may be in that. And then I'm thinking far further booking. That's what I'm thinking. I just don't think to have all the Bloodline lose at WrestleMania.
They've been. Come on, this has to be the culmination of the whole thing. You're really gonna give them? Yeah. How long have the Usos been tag champs? It's not as long as Roman, but damn near close.
Yeah, it's been a long ass time.
And exactly. So, and how? I'm sorry. You can't. You also got to factor in how hot Sami is right now. Yes, he didn't get the title. You have to give him at least the tag titles. Like, that has to be a second best. Him and KO, especially after KO with the whole screw you, you picked your side, and then part of the story, them coming back together. Now they're going for the titles. Yes, KO could actually pull a big okie dokie and be like, they lose and be like, screw you. Mm-hmm. But I don't see that happening. I feel, and what I do see, for some reason, I do see all of the Bloodline losing all the titles because what I see happening is the Usos lose. That's gonna fuck up Roman for the big match. Mm-hmm. He loses. Then he, beats the shit out of Jay, beats the shit out of whoever, and then leaves. And then that sets up for all this other stuff. That's Cody, new opponent, Sami Zayn, whatever. If he's gonna move up and be in the title picture, or if they're just gonna run a tag team for a bit until they lose. Because Roman's been great. This is the thing. 2 fucking years. You gotta get the man. He needs a break. He needs a fucking break. And yes, he's not wrestling every fucking week, but he's been at every pay-per-view, almost every pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. So I see, and who knows? Maybe they don't even break up. The Bloodline takes a break, and then they all end up coming back and fuck shit up, like some Shield type shit, So, and then you just leave Solo doing his shit, and then be like, oh, the Bloodline's back. I don't know.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah, it would be.
Sami. Okay. You guys are going to catch it. Thinking long term. So I'm thinking long term booking. they have the titles, and then Roman turns on them, or whatever the case may be, costing the match, and that's eventually how we get main event Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. That's what I'm thinking. Like that's the pinnacle of that. Like Roman finally gets selfish and he finally faces Jey. Whatever the case may be, we'll see how that goes.